Erica Serwin here from Pink Buckaroo Designs. Look how fun and cute and bright and fresh this card is. I am madly in love with this paper. This is the paper in the Occasions catalog, the 2019 Stampin' Up! Occasions catalog, and it's called How Sweet It Is. That whole bundle there is just gorgeous, but I brought it in to use with the celebration stamp set called Hello Cupcake. I think the Hello Cupcake set stamp is a great coordinating product to use with this whole suite of products. The stamp set that goes with this DSP is full of candy jars and candy, so of course a cupcake would go beautifully in with those. Now, this project originally was done on a Facebook Live. This is the clean recording for all of you who don't want to listen to me chit-chat. And if you're on YouTube, click the link in the description. It'll take you over to my blog post that has the PDF with all the product information as well as the measurements, okay? All right, well, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is stamp that cupcake. And if you'll notice in the celebration catalog where they have this stamp set, they have a card that has something similar where they have a banner over the cupcake. And when I first did this and I stamped my cupcake, I stamped the cupcake right on the edge of the cupcake paper, which you would think is what you need to do. However, when I put the banner over it, all you could see is this part of the cupcake. So what I've learned is that when you want to do something like this, you're going to have to lift that cupcake top up about an inch off of the paper. All right, and I'm also going to do some paper piecing here. The cupcake looks like it's colored in, but you'll see how I did that. Now I'm going to stamp this cupcake liner here on the bottom, and you notice it has these little scribbles over here. By the way, this is an art technique where the artist uses like hash marks or scribbles to shade in the image. So this whole set is done that way. That's why you'll see all these little scribbles. It's an art drawing technique. All right, now you'll notice it has these little crumbs that go over to the side, or shadows or scribbles. And if you do that to get all of it in, your cupcake liner is going to be offset, but I wanted it in the center. So you can see I made sure the liner is in the center and some of those little scribbles kind of hang off the side. All right, now instead of coloring in our cupcake icing, I'm actually going to stamp it on Coastal Cabana cardstock with Coastal Cabana ink. And there's no punch or framelit that coordinates with this, but we've got scissors. We can cut it out ourselves. This is called fussy cutting, and some people don't like it. That's why it's called fussy cutting. But the more you do it, the better you get at it, and it really kind of opens up the possibilities for your stamps. When you are not intimidated by cutting it out, give yourself some practice. Get a good sharp pair of little scissors, that's the key. And then as you cut, stay on the outside of the image. You don't want to cut right on the line of the image, because then, as we all do, we might have a little wobble or wiggle, and our image will be kind of wobbly and wiggly. But when you stay on the outside and leave this little kind of a cloud of regular cardstock on the outside, the eye is only going to see the line of the image. They're not going to see that. See how it's uneven there a little bit? When I put this down on here, your eye is not going to see that. You're just going to see the image of the cupcake. Okay, now this one, let's adhere it down. I'm not going to pop it up because I'm going to pop up the next, the banner. So leave about an inch there. Put it right on there. Then there's this adorable little stamp. It's like a little pick with a heart on it. So of course I had to use that. And I'm going to do it right there coming off the side. All right, let's make that banner. This is a piece of Whisper White. It is, I have it in my notes, I believe 1 inch by 3 inches. 3 inches of Whisper White. By the way, I didn't even tell you what I stamped it on. These are our stitched rectangle framelits, and they're new. Look at them. Love them. If you're like me and you love stitched framelits, this is a must-have. Look at all the different sizes they came in. So this one's right here in the middle, and I wrote down the measurement for you so you'll know which one it is. It's 2 1/4. Nope, that's the next one. This one is 1 5/8 by 3 1/4. And it's on that PDF. You'll see in a minute. And then we're going to layer it here in a second on this DSP one that is cut with a framelit, a rectangular framelit that measures 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. All right, so now we've got that. Let's stamp the sentiment. I'm going to stamp the Sprinkled with Love in Coastal Cabana. And I'm going to take my tailored tag punch, and because I can control it a little bit better than our triple banner punch, I'm going to stick it in like that. I like to be able to see how much I'm cutting off, just like that. All right, now grab your dimensional and stick it right on there like that. So cute. Now, before I layer this on, I want to point out something I added here. Can you see this little ruffle? This is powder pink ruffled ribbon. I wanted to make sure I got the name right. Powder pink. It is not one of the pinks that's in this designer series paper. When I photographed it, it looked very different than these pinks, but in person, it looked a little more similar. Now, if that bothers you, that those colors aren't exactly the same, then just leave it off. But to me, I like just a little bit of something, something right there, and so I'm going to add it. Look how cute that paper is. Isn't it adorable? I can't wait to start designing with that paper. I think that's going to be my next class. All right, so here's our ruffled ribbon, and I'm going to just lay it down flat. I put some adhesive there on the edge of my rectangle, and I'm just going to line it up. I just want to see the outside ruffle. I'm going to press it in like that. All right, and then we can cut it off right there. Make sure it's nice and even. Anything sticking out we don't want. Okay, now let's layer these up. I'm going to put 2 dimensionals right there, and I'm going to have it kind of offset, like it's coming off there just a tad. There we go. All right, we're almost ready to put our card completely together. Now this is a Whisper White, thick Whisper White card base. It's just a full piece of cardstock cut in half right at 4 1/4 and then scored at 5 1/2. The thick Whisper White makes a better card base than our regular Whisper White. Here's some more of that How Sweet It Is paper. This is probably my favorite pattern in the whole package. I've used so much of it, I barely had any left today to show you how to make this card. Look at the little gummy bears on the back. This is a great paper for birthdays. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. Did you see this guy? He's like, hey, wait, you forgot me. This is a Coastal Cabana scalloped edge. I use this framelit a ton, if I can pick it up. It's from the Seasonal Layers framelits, and it makes this big, beautiful stitched or scalloped border. So before I put this on, I'm actually going to add a layer of adhesive on the edge, and I'm going to line it up right there. Make sure it's straight. There we go. Now I've got that adhesive on there. Let's put a little bit more, and I can put that over here on the left side of my card. And it looks like I've got a little bit of a hangover there. So I'm just going to take my scissors or my paper trimmer and cut that off so it's even. All right, good. One more thing to add with dimensionals, and then we'll add that delicious ribbon. All right, I'm going to put 3 dimensionals here because this is quite a heavy piece now that we've added everything to it. Now, this stamp set has 3 different sentiments, and I think any of them that you choose would be great here, and I think they would all fit there in that banner. Last but not least, we've got to use this Coastal Cabana. No, it's not Coastal Cabana, but it looks like it, right? This Bermuda Bay many striped ribbon. Because it has white stripes in it, it kind of dilutes the color a little bit and makes it coordinate really well with Coastal Cabana, as well as Bermuda Bay. Now I'm just going to tie that around the fold of the card and cut that off. And we are done. I am really in need of some birthday cards. I've used all the birthday cards in my stash, so now I've got some really cute ones to use. All right, you guys, I hope you like this card. Make sure you check out the PDF as well as the celebration catalog, and make sure you put your order in to get your Hello Cupcake stamp set for free, because after March 31st, it's gone. It's never coming back. And I would recommend you getting those stitched rectangle framelits and this beautiful designer series paper and a bolt of ribbon, and then you'd be there and you could get it for free. All right, you guys, have a great one. Let me know if you have questions. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.